Hey, what's going on, guys? Muzzafuzza here, and today I'm bringing you some more Call of Duty, some more COD gameplay commentary. Got a little Black Ops 2 in the background for you, and this gameplay is actually some Revolution gameplay. It's from the Revolution map pack when it came out first on Black Ops 2. I saved a bunch of clips with the Peacekeeper and just getting a few different kill streaks and stuff on all the different Revolution maps, and I never really used it for anything, and until today, I had no idea what I wanted to use it for. And today I was just thinking, and I tend to overthink things sometimes. I tend to overanalyze and try to break things down, like all the way to the very core. I try to figure out what happened, why it happened, how it happened, to whatever happened. And I try to overanalyze things a lot. And sometimes that can be a bad thing because you end up overthinking and then not really doing anything. And it can lead to you missing out on things because you're too focused on trying to overthink everything. And when I was just kind of overthinking things and thinking about things, laying in bed, I was just like, gaming is kind of a revolution. Like it came out of nowhere on the internet. It's only been around on the internet for what, tops 10 to 15 years. I remember looking up video game cheat codes on the internet like literally more than 10 years ago now. And I would go to GameSages.com, which is now IGN.com, one of the biggest video game sites in the world. Back in the day, they mostly just posted cheat codes for games on the Nintendo and the Sega Genesis and stuff, and I would go there, and back then there was nobody broadcasting video games. There was no live streamers, there was no gameplay commentators, there was no people doing Let's Plays or face cams or anything like that. Those ideas didn't even exist. Like, they weren't even a potential possibility at that time because nobody had capture cards, nobody knew how to record and do commentary and all that, so it wasn't really a big deal. Now it's 2013, and there's such a booming gaming culture right now that's growing every single day. More and more people are joining. More and more people are contributing and becoming a part of it and trying to be on the creation side rather than the consumption side. Rather than just sitting and watching videos, a lot of people are making videos, and rather than just sitting and watching live streams, a lot of people are starting to live stream their gameplay every day on whatever game you play, whether it's Call of Duty or Halo or Battlefield or League of Legends or whatever floats your boat. And when I started thinking about it, I really started to break it down and analyze it as if it was, well, in terms of basically a social movement, kind of a part of culture or a part of society that's just now popping up, and it keeps getting bigger every year, and it's basically exploding. It's a booming marketplace for business and just for entertainment and informational value and education and all sorts of things. Like, video gaming is not just entertainment anymore. There's also several YouTubers who I believe contribute to the wisdom and the knowledge of the community as a whole by sharing their experiences and their takeaways and their lessons, whatever they learn from their experiences. And that's more important to me personally than any amount of video game knowledge you could ever have. I value imagination, I value good ideas, I value communication and not being someone who misunderstands people or misinterprets people or judges people, much more than anyone, no matter who you are. I really don't care if you're that good at a video game if you're a complete douchebag. If you're an asshole, I don't care how good at a video game you are, or any skill for that matter. You could be the best basketball player in the world. I'm sure there's a lot of pro basketball players who are complete douchebags. You could be, pro at anything. You could be the highest level of skill and technique and training and hitting it day after day after day. But if you're not a good person, I'm not going to respect you, and I'm not really going to listen to you. So when I look at the gaming culture now and how it's changed over the past 5 years that I've been a part of it, and even longer if you just go back to the very beginnings with the early consoles and early PC gaming and all that stuff, like I like to see more and more every year more creators, more artists, more performers, more speakers, more people who actually do things in an attempt to make not just the world a better place, but their individual community, their individual field a better place. Because a lot of these games are kind of niche audiences. Like, the hardcore Call of Duty player audience is much smaller than the casual Call of Duty player audience. And this goes for all gaming communities as a whole, because it doesn't really matter what gaming community you're a part of. It's more important that there are good leaders within that community that kind of push the right guidelines and push the right morality and ethics and just in general a good golden rule, a rule of thumb on how people should treat each other within that community and what does and does not pass. And I've seen a lot of drama, I've seen a lot of fights, I've seen a lot of conflict within the gaming community, and when those things happen, it almost always ends up after the fact, the consequences, the results are that the community is bettered by it because we learn from other people's mistakes. And that's the best way you can learn, is from other people's mistakes, because learning from your own mistakes sucks. And you realize it's mistakes, and that's where you get a lot of regrets. And I'm lucky enough that I don't really have too many regrets. I feel like I make pretty good decisions in comparison to most people that I know. And most people that you know are flawed. Most people are going to make mistakes for the rest of their life. That's just kind of how it goes. They got to fuck up. You gotta keep making mistakes until you learn from it. And some people learn faster than others. And I've been lucky that I've learned fast enough that I don't need to make a lot of the mistakes that you see the average Joe make. And I know I'm getting all off track on different tangents and analogies and metaphors and stuff, but I really only want you to take away one thing from this video, and that's that the gaming community is a real community. It does have real community values. People do care about each other in this community and want to see each other do better and do good for the world. And no matter who you are, if you're part of the gaming community, if you're part of the Call of Duty community, or just whatever, if you just watch videos on YouTube, you can learn, you can become a better person, and eventually you could do this. You could be making your own videos, you could be doing your own live streams, your own broadcasting, your own commentary, because there's always more room for solid leaders. There's always more room for people who are inspirational, or people who are motivational, or just people who can make other people laugh, or entertain other people, or give other people good feelings. There's always room for more people who are willing to spread positivity in a world so riddled with negativity. And if I can take my channel, my YouTube channel that I initially built up really for myself, for selfish reasons. I wanted people to notice me. I wanted to be recognized. I wanted people to respect me and get some pure respect out of this, and be able to share my opinions and share my ideas and share my thoughts and feelings with the world. And now that I'm already at that point where I can do that, I want a lot more than just things for myself. I want to make the gaming community better as a whole. I want to see people get along better. I want to see people get past all the bullshit that just happens and keeps happening, and people can't get over the same mistakes, and you see people make the same mistakes that other people just made. And I don't know. Oh man, look at that. That is such a dirty Peacekeeper clip. If there's anything you guys can take away from this video, it's that gaming is a real revolution. You can be a part of it. You don't have to ask permission. Just start making YouTube videos or start streaming on Twitch TV and say what you want to say. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.